In today's sleep story, we will venture through a mystic and peaceful valley in the great Himalayas. We are heading towards a special place beyond the world of consciousness, to a place where you would be able to discover your potential and find peace. You may think of me as an old friend who can offer you with solace, empathy, and protection. So find a place that is safe and comfortable for you to sleep and get cozy. As you are snuggling down, you may take a deep breath and slowly release your muscles that may be harboring any tension. Breathe in through your nose down into your lungs. Let your abdomen rise slowly. Hold that breath for a couple of seconds and then slowly release through your mouth, feeling your shoulders relax and descend a little. Let your body take its own shape as you sink down further into your bed. You are now free to unwind without any judgment, free to yawn and release everything that you might be holding throughout the day. If you like, you may clench your toes and fingers tightly as you inhale deeply and then release as you exhale so as to feel relaxed. I would like you to recognize that this time is just for you. This is your space, and this time you discern that relaxation is your friend, sending you a calming sensation enough to help you fall asleep. Closing your eyes, feel that instant unraveling of your neck muscles while your head automatically becomes heavier. Now you may use the darkness of your closed eyelids as if it is a movie screen and visualize the imagery connecting you to your imagination, which is the most powerful tool to unlock the door to healing and optimism. Now, liberating yourself from the shackles of stress and worries, you step into the lush green valley surrounded by evergreen and heaven-kissing mountains, guiding yourself forward towards new experiences. Let your mind wander through the meandering paths of this pristine valley. You gaze at the rugged mountains with a sense of awe, whose presence graces the valley. Taking one step at a time, you find even the rhythm of your own footsteps, putting you at ease in this meditative environment. This place is so quiet that you may even hear your own heartbeat, reminding you of the vital force of life, so strong, so healthy, and so alive right now. You can feel the slightest snip in the breeze that travels across the valley and gently caresses your face and ruffles your hair, with a sensation that may uplift your mood and uplift the feel of being in your own body. The air you inhale is so pure that you feel invigorated. the tall, sprawling alpine trees tower high up like watchful guardians of the thickets. The beauty of the forest is heartwarming, and it appears as a leafy paradise to you. You amble further along the path into the forest, crunching twigs and grasses under your feet to venture deeper into the tangled forest with the hope that something liberating is awaiting inside. Cords of soft light spears down from above, piercing through the canopy of trees, bathing the surface of the valley like gold. The canopy is intensely green, and peeking through is the endless periwinkle-like sky. You feel sanguine and energized in this sun-drenched experience. As you raise your head and look upwards, you see some really colorful dragonflies. You move your eyes in all directions and you are fascinated by the exotic flora and fauna of this valley. You find many colorful plants and birds which you have never seen before, and then you hear the rustling sound behind the bushes, and the moment you gaze at the bushes, a musk deer hops and appears before you at a distance. Musk deers look different from a deer in color, and it has a pair of tusk-like teeth. It looks at you for a moment and then again hops and disappears into the bushes. You keep moving further, enjoying every moment as though you want to assimilate everything that you can. After walking for a while, feel like sitting down to take some rest. You witness the immense expanse of this valley, its lush green meadows sitting at the foothills. Just a glance slows down your breath, giving you a sigh. Your eyes fall upon a beautiful red panda with reddish-brown fur and long shaggy tail. Shh! It is still sleeping, stretched out on a branch with its legs dangling. It looks so cute and adorable that you can't take your eyes off. You keep gazing at the panda. After a while, panda comes out of its sleep, slowly opening its eyes one after the other. It meets your gaze in a moment of trust and approaches towards you. You pick up some ripening berries lying under the leafy dome of the forest in your hand. The panda now is closer to you. It gently licks your hands with its tongue, twitters and whistles as if communicating with you, taking up the berries from your hand. You give a gentle pat on its back and you feel connected. Then the panda scurries back to the branches. You hear the sound of water flowing, and you are thirsty now. You walk further in the direction of the sound. You come upon a series of waterfalls cascading from the mountains, crashing into the fast-flowing silvery blue river. At a height, you watch a wave of white snow rumbling and rolling as it melts and surges down the mountains. The glaciers are the source of these waterfalls, and eventually the river. The water is crystal clear, completely untouched, enabling you to see down into its rocky bottom. The pebbles are seen to be tumbling through the glassy water, and the waterfalls are toppling down into the river, foaming it at the bottom. You observe magical prism getting created in the rays of golden sunlight. They are hypnotic and inviting. The river is surrounded by glistening rocks. You walk towards the water, crouch down, and move your hand into the water stream. The temperature of water has risen a little while coming down to the river, but still it is cold. As the stream of water caresses your hand, something taps your fingers, and while trying to get hold of it, you turn your gaze towards the river. You see a white fish of salmon family, one which is known to be found in glacial rivers. It has a yellowish tint to it, not purely white. It wiggles away as you try to catch it, and swims away so fast that you haven't even gripped your fist in the meantime. You are captivated by the sight of white swans gliding on the water. They look very beautiful with their elongated, curved necks and white feathers standing out amongst the river, representing grace, beauty, love, and trust. You scoop your hands through the water and rinse off your warm face, and you feel refreshed and healed. You now take a sip and taste the crisp minerality as the ice-cold liquid cleanses your throat. You slowly close your eyes for a moment to focus on the peaceful sounds emanating from the waterfalls and the river that continues to flow over the pebbled riverbed. After losing the track of time for some moment, when you reopen your eyes, you feel your nerves have calmed down. There is this newfound harmony within you. You are steady. Just as you raise your glance, hearing footsteps on the other side of the riverbed, you see some silhouette through the mist, and one of them being a man who is probably drinking some water from the river. Finding fellow humans deep in these mountains, you feel an urge to walk up to him and exchange some words. Though resisting at first, you finally get up and remove your shoes, hold them in your hands, step into the shallow river to get to the other side Although you have your eyes fixated on the man, you feel exhilarated stepping into the shallow waters over the pebbles. An inexplicable joy washes you and your whole body. As you move through the mist, his figure resolves as you reach closer. A clean-shaven head, a clean-shaven face. You observe at first, mouth moving swiftly coordinated with the arms, and at last the pacifying eyes. He looks like a man in his early 30s with red and yellow clothes draped over his body. There is an unforeseen radiance on his face, an aura which is calming and rejuvenating at the same time. And there are sheep with him, and this divine-looking man is perhaps tending to them. He is not particularly herding them, as he has no stick or any such thing with him. Sheep are moving freely, munching grass, but they stay close to him. You are strangely attracted to him. Leaping from rock to rock, he walks into the forest as his cattle follows him. His radiant youthfulness, energy mesmerizes you. You decide to follow him and observe him. The man, who mostly appears to be a sage, sits down and picks up some medicinal herbs, and then gets up, moves again, guiding the sheep with love and care. He has this perennial grin on his face that's more than enchanting. Keeping up the pace with him, you reach the end of the woods, and the sight which you see in front of you is a Shangri-La, or no less than a paradise. It is a picturesque village nestled at the end of the woods, gateway to the peaks, or maybe to heaven. Now you are closer to the man, and you approach him. You go to him and pat him on the back. As he turns around, you are mesmerized by his childlike, youthful face. The serenity made him appear angelic. You introduce yourself to the stranger and tell him about your journey to the Himalayas in the search of peace. He greets you with a smile on his face and asks you to follow him into his village. As you enter the village, you see the people from this village are very simple, joyous, and carefree. Their faces have a childlike quality, and their eyes twinkling with vitality of youth. You are puzzled. None of them have wrinkles on their faces. You look around and see rhododendron trees loaded with beautiful red flowers surrounding the village, rendering it a heaven-like atmosphere. You also find richly colored orchids and some other lovely flowers nodding their head in the gentle breeze. The atmosphere is so soothing that you fall in love with this place. You witness women moving busily through the village with exceptional agility, children playing some traditional games, singing and dancing together. Everyone is engaged in some productive activity with a serene smile on their faces. The man takes you to the eldest and wisest member of the village. You are astonished to know that he has been living for more than a century and still looks so young that his age could never be known by looking at his face. You gaze at his godly appearance and sit down on a mat in front of him, just like a sincere disciple. The smile on his face is welcoming and soothing, which reassures you of his tranquility. You ask him about the secret of youthfulness of the people from this village and the secret behind their happiness, peace, and healthy body. The sage explains it to you with utmost simplicity that optimism and acceptance of present moment is the greatest tool to peace. He explains that to keep yourself healthy and to stay young, you need to practice a few simple principles which they follow naturally as part of their tradition in this Himalayan hamlet while living close to nature. He goes on, revealing the secrets one after the other. It feels as though you are experiencing every word getting converted into mystical energy and entering your energy field. There is a constant flow of white light changing your aura permanently. There are many unknown simple secrets that have transformed you today. You observe that people of this village live each day with serenity and enjoy the journey of life as it comes. They get on well with each other and they happily enjoy all the seasons. Worries and stress never capture a place in their lives. You now know, living in the purest of the air, clean water, in the lap of Himalayas, you would surely add years and, more importantly, liveliness to your life. You feel content and realize that it is your choice to remain happy and find peace in everything around you. You need to find a reason for your life, a reason for which you jump out of your bed each morning. You need to be compassionate towards every organism you see, and you need to love yourself in order to live a peaceful life. The sky is now lowering behind the white-capped mountains at a distance as the neon-like sky glows overhead in streaks of magenta and fiery orange. Your body now has a feeling that it comes after exhaustion, and observing the radiant sunlight from the summer sun, you wave to villagers who taught you the true meaning of life. While you relish the solitude of your journey, this interaction is a reminder that you are never truly alone, and you may connect with others if you desire to on this journey. You promise yourself to renew your attitude and to lead a healthy and peaceful life. Continuing onwards, you know that you will sleep well tonight and you will easily fall into the deepest and most somber sleep. Before the sun slips away for the night, you find a perfect place for you to set up camp and bring your journey to a halt. You set up your tent under the endless sky. You start gathering wood for setting up fire. Even your tired body can now feel the richly rejuvenating experience and the vibrating cells within. You slowly light up the fire with a matchstick. This small affair, watching a gentle spark flame small sticks, one after the other, looks so different today, giving you hope that small changes will lead to big transformation one day. Your face is warm in its glow. Its orange light is calming and cozy. For now, you have created a sense of home, knowing that whoever you may be, you are able to conjure this intimate feeling of safety and protection. Seated on the earth, you feel solidity of the land below you, supporting you and nourishing you. Something lands on your hand, a drop of water. You look up into the sky. It is starting to drizzle slowly. You stretch your hands, close your eyes, and open your mouth, gulping some drops of the rain with joy. After getting wet for some time, you pick up your backpack and get inside your tent to dry up yourself. The fire has been put off by the rain. You observe your breath synchronizing with the rhythm of the falling droplets of the rain. You find yourself feeling a bit heavy and tired, allowing your eyelids to fall upon your eyes, sinking down into the soft blanket. As you now inhale and exhale, you feel your entire body begins to tingle from head to toe. This electrifying feeling, accompanied by a gentle vibration, travels from the crown of your head to the tip of your fingers and toes. You now focus on the beauty of the little things that you went throughout the day, and drift towards your sleep, knowing that your dreams are going to be relaxing and positive. Hopeful that tomorrow is going to be a much better day.